cool.
Is it love or trauma bonding in disguise? Is it love or is it trauma bonding in disguise? Well, we're about to find out. Hi world, my name is Melissa and welcome to our video for today. And basically what you had me see at first, that's what this video is basically about. Knowing the difference between is it really love or is it trauma bonding. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Well, for me, I thought it was love. We had insane chemistry. Actually, I couldn't stop thinking about them. But I was constantly walking on eggshells, constantly anxious, constantly on the highs, and devastated by the lows. Actually, I then came to find out it wasn't love. It was trauma bonding disguised with butterflies. Well, wait, no. Actually, it was a trauma bond dressed in butterflies. I feel like my camera is not straight. Yeah. So what does a trauma bond feel like? What does a trauma bond feel like? Basically, a trauma bond is a cycle of intensity instead of intimacy, obsession instead of connection. Oh, I'm obsessed with him. I'm so obsessed with him. I just love it when we have intensity in our connection. What connection? What connection? Mind you, I'm so obsessed with him. I just love when we have intensity. Mind you, me saying this and still feeling like I was walking on eggshells and anxious is crazy. Like, what the hell? What the helly? What the hell? What the helly? The second thing to look out for to know what a trauma bond feels like, you feel drawn to someone who mirrors your deepest wounds and not your deepest truth. You keep forgiving red flags because your nervous system is addicted to the highs, the dopamine. It's actually addicted to the chaos. Okay? You call it passion, but it's actually survival mode. Yeah. You're so passionate about him, right? But still you can't shake off the fact that you feel like you're walking on eggshells. You feel anxious whenever you're talking to him, whenever you're with him. Actually, you know what? You're not in love. You're actually in a loop. Because you keep on forgiving the red flags. You keep on loving the intensity instead of the intimacy. Because it's the intensity you get more in a trauma bond. Well, at least now you know how a trauma bond feels like. So let's talk about how it tricks you. So how does your partner, who you're with in a trauma bond and you don't know about, trick you? They say all the right things. They get you fast. You trauma bond over shared pain and confuse it for soul connection. You confuse intensity with fate. I mean, love doesn't need to hurt to feel seen. Right? thought I was healed, but you know what? I was actually trauma bonding with someone who fit my pain like a perfect puzzle piece. Let's do a differentiation between love and trauma bond. We'll actually start with the trauma bond. So, when you're in a trauma bond, you feel addicted. You're addicted to this person. And when I say addicted, I don't mean it in a healthy way. Y'all know what I mean. You actually fear abandonment constantly. That's the second thing. The third thing, there are extreme highs and lows. There is no in between. It's either or. Yeah. The fourth thing, which is the last sign that you can see, is actually you lose yourself. You actually lose your identity when you're in that relationship. Now, let's talk about real love and how you know it's real love and not a trauma bond. So, just before I start talking about the signs, how you know it is real love and not a trauma bond, I just want to say, if you feel like you're in a situation where you are experiencing the signs that I mentioned for the trauma bond, girl, run. I mean, run and run fast. Let's talk about the signs of true love. The first thing is you feel seen and you feel heard. Yeah. The second thing is actually you feel safe. You're not feeling like you're walking on eggshells. You're not constantly worried when he's going to leave. You feel safe. That thing is mutual growth and not manipulation. Fourth thing, it's actually consistent and not chaotic. By chaotic, I mean, remember in the trauma bond when I said there's extreme highs and lows? Well, in real love, it's not chaotic. There is no extreme highs and lows. Because it's mutual. And again, in true love, like real love, you both choose peace and not pain. Now that you know the difference between a trauma bond and real love, let's now talk or more so focus on how to heal from a trauma bond or how to remove yourself from a trauma bond. For you to break a trauma bond, you have to break the pattern. No matter how hard it is, you have to. Go no contact if needed. Sit with the pain and not with the person. Learn your attachment style. Give yourself love. Self-love, guys. Give yourself love that you are desperately seeking from them. Give yourself love that you are desperately seeking from them. You're not crazy, you're healing, okay? You are not crazy, you're healing. With the right person, it actually won't feel like a war zone. If this video hit you hard, do subscribe and share it with someone who you feel like will need it and will help. And I hope it helped. But for now, I'm done. But I hope now by the time you're listening to me saying this, you know the difference between a trauma bond and a love bond, like true love bond. And you know how to get yourself away and get rid of the trauma bond and work through it. Actually, the video before this is about shadow work, so you can also do shadow work as part of the detaching and distancing yourself from the trauma bond. Yeah. Anyways, well, this marks the end of my video and I hope it helped. So bye guys, till next time. Oh, subscribe please. Please. Yeah, subscribe.